And welcome back to Do I Need a Lawyer? I'm your host, Gary Martin Hayes, and I thank you for joining us. And look, if you have a question that you would like for me to address on our show, just email me, Gary@GaryMartinHayes.com, or you can pick up the phone if you want the question answered right away. 770-934-8000. Our legal professionals are standing by to help you with your claim. The call is free, completely confidential, and there's no obligation. Well, let's go to the next question from one of our viewers. Hi, Gary. This really isn't a legal question. My teenager just started driving. I'm concerned about him trying to use his cell phone and text while he's behind the wheel. Do you have any suggestions? That is a great question. Now, whenever I'm driving on the interstate in the morning, without fail, I see someone trying to put on makeup in the rearview mirror, or they're talking or texting on the phone. And all of these are dangerous practices. Let me show you a clip that my law firm sponsored to help gain public awareness about the dangers of distracted driving, the dangers of texting while driving. Now, I hope you will show your son that video clip. And look, we have it posted on our website, GaryMartinHayes.com. Encourage your family members and friends to watch that video clip. It's so important that they're aware of the dangers of distracted driving. Well, let's talk about distracted driving for a moment. This occurs anytime in any activity where your eyes or your attention is diverted away from the road in front of you. And all distractions are dangerous. All distractions can be fatal. They not only endanger the driver, but also the passengers and other drivers and pedestrians. Now, there are three types of distracted driving. The first is manual. This is when you take your hands off the wheel or your hands are being occupied by something else. Number two, visual. This is when you take your eyes off the road. Or three, cognitive, when your mind is not focused on driving. And I receive phone calls constantly from people who've been injured because a driver had their attention on something other than the road ahead of them. And what is the number one cause of distracted driving that I encounter? It's texting. And it's closely followed by the at-fault driver trying to dial or talk on their cell phone. And here are some other examples of distracted driving activities. Eating and drinking, talking to passengers, grooming, reading or using maps, using navigation systems, changing the radio station or song. Those are a lot, but that doesn't even begin to tell you just how many different types of distractions out there. But by far the worst distraction is whenever someone tries to text while driving. Now let me explain why. Text messaging requires you to focus your visual, manual, and cognitive attention. In fact, you are 23 times more likely to be involved in a wreck if you're texting while driving. Let me give you some more statistics reported by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. In 2009, over 5,000 people were killed in crashes involving driver distraction. And an estimated 448,000 were injured due to distracted drivers. Teen drivers, they are more likely than any other age group to be involved in a fatal crash where distraction is reported. In 2009, 16% of teen drivers involved in a fatal crash were reported to have been distracted. Sending or receiving a text takes a driver's eyes from the road for an average of 4.6 seconds. That is the equivalent of driving the length of a football field, blind, at 55 miles per hour. And according to a study released by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Virginia Tech Transportation Institute, 80% of automobile accidents and 65% of near accidents involve at least some form of driver distraction within 3 seconds of the crash or the near miss. The age group with the greatest proportion of distracted drivers was the under 20 age group, and the group with the highest proportion of cell phone use in fatal car accidents was the 30 to 39-year-old group. One thing you can do is download the app called Drive Safe Mode. It blocks the phone's usage while the car's in motion. And if the app is disabled, it will send you a notification. So if you or a loved one has been injured because of a distracted driver, I encourage you, please pick up the phone right now and give us a call at 770-934-8000. Our intake specialists are standing by to speak with you about your claim. And if you don't call us, please call someone, but call someone that is a specialist and has experience in the personal injury arena. You have absolutely nothing to lose by calling a lawyer, but think of all you can lose if you don't. 770-934-8000, or you can email me, Gary@GaryMartinHayes.com. Free, completely confidential. You have nothing to lose. And more of Do I Need a Lawyer? We'll be right back.